Hello everybody. Today I'm going to teach you how to tune your guitar by ear. This is a really helpful skill to have, even if you have an electric tuner, because it'll help you understand how the notes actually fit together and why the chords are shaped the way they are. So, first thing is that you need some kind of reference note, unless you have perfect pitch, which very few people do. You need some kind of reference note because whenever you're just in space with the sound, it's almost impossible to tell exactly where the note is. You know, if you just hear a random note, what note is that? I don't know. So we need something that can actually tell us what the exact note that we're playing is so that we can tune our guitar based on that. So I've got a virtual piano pulled up on my computer here. So I'm using the E note. So here's the tricky part, is being able to tune it by ear. You have to get good at listening to the sound of it. And this one just takes practice. You just have to do it over and over again. So you'll know that it's in tune whenever you play the note and it sounds like it's the same. It really just takes practice. So it's a lot of that, playing the note over and over again, going a little bit too high and then going down low, sort of like playing music, finding that tension and resolve. But you're just trying to make the note sound exactly the same, as close as you can. It's going to be hard to make it perfect, but your goal is to just get it as close as possible. Yeah, and for me, I can kind of hear it whenever the two notes sort of fit. I can just sort of hear the vibration. They sort of just mesh together. That's when I know that they're in tune. So now you've got your reference. So the nice thing about tuning a guitar, I don't know about other instruments, I've never really tuned anything else, but with tuning a guitar, once you have that first reference note, now you can tune the entire guitar without any more reference from an outside instrument. So I've got my E string tuned, and so I know I'm trying to go to standard tuning. So I want to go E on the top string, so E, A, D, G, B, E. Okay, but I'm going to actually break down how you can tune it by yourself. So we've got this E note, okay? And the next one that I want to go to is A. That's not an A. So the guitar is out of tune. And so hopefully by the end of this video, you'll understand better what that means. So if we actually count here, so going from E to A. So I know that my open string on the second string, I want it to be A. And it's not A right now. But if I count it, all right, so the open string's A, and then the first fret is A sharp, okay? Second fret, B. Third fret, C. C sharp. Wait a second, I got that backwards. Okay, so first fret on the E string, okay? First fret on the E is F. All right, second fret, F sharp, and then G, G sharp, and then fifth fret is A. So that's what I'm going to use to tune my second string. So I got my A note, because my first string's already in tune, so I know this is the tuning that I want, because I used my I used my piano. So I know that my first string is already an E. And so this A note, if the guitar is built properly, then the fifth fret will be an A note. So I'm going to use that to tune my second string. So I just pluck both of them at the same time. The top note is E. I'm sorry, top note. Okay, top string I'm holding fifth fret, and the second string I'm holding, it's just open. I'm not touching it. So it doesn't sound the same. I want it to sound exactly the same. Okay, so I've got it tuned. So now they're the same note, E and A. Okay, so now I can move on to the next string, and it's the same thing. So if I count on the A string, okay, A sharp, B, C, C sharp, D. I know the next string I want is the third string. I want it to be a D. So I do the same exact thing. So I hold the fifth fret on the second string, and then third note. I go ahead and start tuning it. So I get that reference. That's the sound I want the string to be. There we go. And again, it just takes practice to be able to hear it. All right, same thing on the, let's see, let's count. So we go, want to be a G, so we go D, D sharp. I always got to count in my head. A, B, C, D, E, F, F sharp, G. So I'm on the fifth fret. G. So that's the sound I'm going for. And when it sounds like you're just playing one string, you know it's in tune. All right, now once we get to the fifth string, it changes up just slightly. So let's count it again. So for the G, we want the fifth string to be a B note. So for this, let's count on G. So G, G sharp, A sharp, B. So for the fifth string, for tuning from G to B, you're actually going to hold it on the fourth fret instead of the fifth on the G string. So that's the B. we go. And we found it. All right, and now the last one, this final E string, the bottom string. So we want that to be an E. So let's count from B. So we got B, and then C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E. So the 5th fret again is the E note. There we go. Now your guitar is tuned, and you only needed one reference note.